A doctor called me yesterday. Which doctor? I don't know. You don't know as an audience. An engineer died yesterday. I'm very sad. The engineer was very young. So, did you notice that I use a doctor called me? In this sentence, I use are with the doctor. I didn't use the. In the second example, I used an engineer. I didn't say a engineer. And in the third example, you can see I said the engineer. I didn't say a engineer or an engineer. So what are the reasons behind using such different words with different nouns? So this lesson is actually based on what noun you're using in a sentence. We call this articles. There are two kinds of articles. Articles which is indefinite and article which is definite. Indefinite means unknown or not in particular, or it's not introduced before. It is the first time that the audience hear or the listener hear. So you say you use the article indefinite. There are two indefinite articles, and an. They are used in different places as per the noun beginning of the noun sound. Whatever the sound at the beginning of the noun, according to that, you use or an. But both these articles are called indefinite articles when you do not know which person you're talking about, or it's a new person in the story, in a paragraph, or in speaking part. The listener and audience, they did not know that noun before. You're mentioning it first time, so you use indefinite article, or an. In a while, I'm going to tell you where we use and where we use an in details. However, we have another article, we call it definite article. Definite means that particular noun is known to the speaker as well as to the audience. This is a noun which is particular, known, and also introduced before in my speech, or if I'm writing in the previous sentence or a paragraph, I mentioned that person or a noun. So when I want to mention it the second time, if I need, I use definite article, which is the. Some people, they pronounce the, and some they pronounce the. So I'm going to also give you why we change the pronunciation the and the. What is the rule? Okay, so first we're coming back to the indefinite articles, where to use and where to use an. So we use when we have a noun after this beginning with consonant sound. Remember, I'm not saying consonant letter, because sometimes you have consonant letter, but you do not need to put here you have to put an, because that consonant letter is not producing consonant sound. So you have to be very careful. There must be a consonant sound along with a consonant letter. Then you are going to use are. But if you talk about an, we are going to use an when we talk about a noun after it begins with vowel sound. For example, apple, elephant, engineer. As you can see in this example, I say an engineer, not a engineer, because the beginning of engineer is with vowel sound. Sometimes, why I say vowel sound, not vowel letter, because sometimes you have vowel letter like university, but it does not produce the vowel sound. Although you have U here, but you do not produce vowel sound, which is R, A, E. So you have to say here, our university, our uniform, our union, but not an. All right? Sometimes you use an hour, beginning with H, but the sound here is not hour, it is hour. The vowel sound is here, H is silent. So here, what you're gonna do, you're gonna use an hour, okay? Honesty, so an honesty, right? So this is the difference where we use R and where we use an. Now, we're gonna talk about thou and thee. We have the similar rule as we have for indefinite articles of pronunciation. When we have any word after the, beginning with vowel sound, so the pronunciation will be the. If the noun begins with consonant sound, we have to pronounce the. For example, the engineer, because beginning with vowel, so we say the engineer. But you have to say the if the beginning of the word is with consonant sound. For example, the doctor, not the doctor. The place, not the place, right? So I hope you understand the whole lesson of articles today. So just to wind up with you, we have articles today. Article has two different kinds, definite, indefinite. Definite articles is the, indefinite is a or an. Definite means known, mentioned before, particularly, or known and introduced to the audience and listeners. Indefinite, not known, not particular, not introduced and mentioned before, mentioning it first time. Indefinite article. And you also know the differences where we use are and an, and you also know the difference where we pronounce the and the. I hope you enjoyed. Please don't forget to subscribe my channel, or if you like it, and please click the bell icon to upgrade you and update you for further new upcoming lessons. Goodbye.